Hey, how's it going out there in YouTube land? I just want to give you a quick little update as to what I'm feeding my guppies. For those of you who don't know, I helped a buddy move, and he gave me this nice guppy tank, and they started having babies, so I had to learn what to feed them. So I went online and I watched Corey from Aquarium Co-op and a guy named the Pond Guru Outdoors on the YouTube, and they talked about doing things like putting high grade filters on the intakes of your power filters, and then getting foam sponges like that one right there for the bacteria to grow. And so then I got some start zyme and some other bacteria, and I started off this tank proper. And I got the brine shrimp so that the babies would have something proper to grow up on. Now, brine shrimp, for the first 12 hours, they feed on their yolk. And after that, you got to feed them that. I don't like to get my brine shrimp more than 18 hours old, because up in that container, you get some really weird bacteria growing that's probably not so good for your fish. But I'm going to go ahead and dip into my separator station. That's a bunch of fresh water. And cruise over here and go ahead and give a little cloud of brine shrimp. Well, as you can see, it's a pretty thick little cloud, and all the fish, they kind of turn into piranhas. So that's a pretty fun tank. I put a bunch of snails in there and some plants, and it's pretty balanced out. There's foam on the intake, and then right there, those two pieces of foam are actually ammonia reducing foam that I pull in and out of there. And I clean off, and then about every month I just put new foam in there. So this is one of those little air powered, and as you can see, it's got little foam on there. I got a little shrimp, and he just digs it on that foam. And so yeah, it's like a guppy grass snail grow out tank. Got a couple of guppies in there fertilizing. And so but the problem is guppies kept having babies. I'm gonna have to add a little more fresh water into the brine shrimp, and as you can see, they're starting to line up in that groove, so I'm gonna have to pick a bunch more out of them. But right now I'm watching Aquarium Co-op. I thought I'd take a break and feed my fish. So anyway, I got this other tank going on. Got the foam on the intake, and then I put a bunch of ceramic media in there, and I soaked that ceramic media when I first got it in a bag of bacteria, and just a little sandwich bag. And so then I dropped it in there. I kind of rinsed off all that bacteria into the tank. I guess I was supposed to add like 5 milliliters of bacteria, and so I actually pulled water out of another tank and, you know, added a couple milliliters straight into that media and then dropped it in. Anyway, this tank, yeah, it never really grows bacteria, or not bacteria, but it never really grows algae. But I got like 15 snails in there, and so they're always cruising around eating it up. And as you can see, I got plants, and I got a plant light, which causes a horrible glare. So about 4 days ago, I got my buddy's angelfish right there. They're kind of moody. I had to set this tank up 4 days ago, and I got a foam sponge in the back. I'm gonna have to add a power filter on here pretty soon. These fish are picky, so I had to get them lunchbox bloodworms, San Francisco Bay brand. Got a little on the tip of the knife. As you can see, they just they really like the bloodworms. So yeah, anyway, fish kept having babies, so I set this other tank up, and right now the fan, something's going on and it's making this horrible noise, so I'm gonna keep the fan off. But let me grab some brine shrimp for these guys. Got a pipette. We'll just drop it in there. I don't know if they realize it because it got swept away in the current. but it'll come back around. Takes about 10 seconds. Oh, now they realize it. That's what the little, there's a whole cloud now. And it's a guppy feeding frenzy. This is a 20-gallon, and I don't know if you can see, but that filter on the back's got a bunch of foam. Inside that foam chunk is a bunch of ceramic, and then on top of this filter, a bunch of ceramic media, and then that little tag is filter 150. That corresponds with the tag. Let me zoom down here to the plugs. You can see the little tags down there. That's the timer, and so the lights have little tags. And yeah, little handy things that make it easier in the fish room. These little blue tags, that's a 10% and a 20% water change. Yeah, you gotta go online, watch some YouTube videos. And this hobby can be a lot of fun if you figure out how to make it easy. This is my 5-gallon water change. And so got my little funnel. I got like a couple of these that go on here. This is the smaller one. And it makes it easy to get the water changes going on. So yeah, I really been enjoying this hobby. Really been enjoying getting into it. So I keep looking at my buddy's angelfish, and I know he's gonna want them back. So I'm trying to get him happy enough to breed. I might have to put him in a 20-gallon tank. So yeah, I think it's kind of strange to have fish under the desk. But yeah, if you got any tips for me, other than get your fish out from underneath the desk, let me know. I know I need to get some more plants. I definitely want to step it up in that department. But yeah, so far, I think the fish are a lot happier here. And yeah, thank you.